Lee, 2 games, 2 wins. Not a bad start to the season, eh?
Yeah, we would have took that to start the season. I think today really tough at times. Aldershot started really well, and then we got a 10-15 minute period where we got back into it. Then they really dominated us a little bit in terms of possession of the ball in territory. And we just tweaked 1 or 2 things at half time. Made a substitution. And then obviously just tweak the bit of the formation to try and help us get some kind of foothold in the game. And we're delighted. The lads, I mean, you've got to take into consideration the conditions here. British players having to deal with this, it's never been known. I'm absolutely drenched on the touchline, and the lads have just ran through the proverbial brick wall there for 99 minutes. And absolutely delighted with the application, the attitude. 6 points, 2 clean sheets, and another different scorer, so we're delighted.
And you talk about the changes you made there. Just as at Barrow, the changes made a difference. Nathan Sherry made a real impact when he came on. Hugo could have scored with his first touch, and then of course Corey McEwen scoring a diving header.
Yeah, listen, this is why we built this squad, and it's been really unfortunate that some of these players who've been left out They don't deserve to be starting. But all they can do is when they get that chance, give us a nudge, and that's what they did today. I thought that all of them that came on were brilliant. Again, exactly the same as last week v Barrow. So it's fantastic options to have as a manager, to be allowed to do that, knowing that you're not going to weaken the team, and know that the players coming in are going to give top performances as well. So cannot praise the group enough. Absolutely superb. You've seen the camaraderie they've got there. Went and mixed with the fans afterwards. Really appreciate the numbers that have come down. The support that this club gets is phenomenal, and we want to try and be the best version of their team that we possibly can be. And at the moment, we've got an identity. People know what we're about, and but also on top of that identity, we've got a fighting spirit, and that's really good position to be in.
I don't want to reveal too much of what you said in the hotel earlier, but you said we need to do what we're good at today and it will work, and that's basically what happened, isn't it? We did what we were good at. We pressed, we concentrated, and we created chances.
Yeah, I think our quality on the ball wasn't so good in the first half, but when we got that up to speed and we got a few passes in with tempo, with quality, I think we created chances. We had a spell in the second half where it went 15-20 minutes where we had sustained pressure on them, and I think as I said, when we do the right things, we do look at a formidable outfit. And but fair play to Aldershot. They've got a brand new squad, 11 debutants. I mean, it's mental, isn't it, for them to be doing what they're doing with that. It's all credit to the manager and his staff and the players. We knew coming here today was going to be tough, so we're delighted with that result.
Absolutely, and you just touched on it there. You talked about us having a big turnaround in the summer with 13 released. They released 24, so how much of it was almost an unknown quantity for the team there, because it could be anything really, wouldn't it, with a brand new squad and a brand new mentality.
Listen, we watched them at Boston. What we certainly didn't see was the lad who come on and he threw that ball from down there and nearly went in the penalty area, so that was something that hadn't showed up on the games that we watched. But look, the example of that is how the defenders defended the box, and how Max Merrick came over the top of people to collect things to take the pressure off us. So, terrific result. Away from home, things will always be difficult. You're not going to get your own way coming to tough places, so you've got to do the right thing, and we've done the right thing.
And how much of a statement is that, that we've won our first away game? What sort of message does that send to the rest of the teams in the league?
I just think it gives belief to the group. I don't know about making statements, or too early in the season about making statements. As I said all along, we're not shouting from the rooftops and telling everyone else what we're going to do or what we can do. What we're doing is, working every day, putting the demands on the players. They're responding to those demands. We're telling them what we want from our from our group, from our team, and it's the players. The players deserve all the praise because they're putting the hard yards in. And
the players do deserve all the praise. Just as against Barrow last week, really difficult to pick a candidate for man of the match. There were some outstanding performances there, wasn't there?
I think it's a very difficult, and that's great. That's a great sign, when you've got 5, 6, possibly more potential players who can take that award. That's fair play to the group, and it's just, you've got a really long journey home, but it's going to be a nice journey home because the the lads have come in there, they're absolutely on the floor, and I said to them, that's the way you've got to be after a football match. You've got to be, you can't give anything else, you've got no more to give. And fair play, long journey home, but it'll be a happy journey home.
And just finally, someone else who has a very long journey home is the 348 Poolies who were in the crowd today. That's just outstanding, isn't it?
Unbelievable to travel this far, and those numbers is just outstanding. And that's what I want to do. I want to give them good days out. I want them to enjoy watching their football team again. I want them to be proud of their football club again. So, not a bad start, but we've got a long way to go.
Brilliant. Cheers, Lee.